With an average economic growth of 8% over the last 30 years, this island has one of the most booming IT industries worldwide and is one of the world's major manufacturers. Its area is only a little over 35,000 square kilometers, yet it has over 70 industry clusters. Tight upstream and downstream structures and unrivaled efficiency and flexibility have made these clusters the most competitive of their kind for the last 2 years. The island's name? Taiwan. The port of Kaohsiung is Taiwan's largest port and one of the world's major transshipment centers. Every year, over 38,000 ships pass through the port. The docks are busy today as a group of clients is arriving. These luxury yachts are the toys of the rich and powerful. It is 5 a.m. and the sun has just risen. The men responsible for moving the yachts have been working non-stop since the previous evening. Today, all these boats have to be hoisted onto a giant oil tanker to be transported overseas. The head of Johnson Yachts, Peter Chung, is giving his workers detailed instructions as they prepare the steel lifting ropes. Each yacht manufacturer has its own specialized equipment to suit their yacht's unique measurements. In recent years, Taiwan's large-size, custom-built yachts have become highly popular internationally. Buyers come from around the world and pay over $1 million for a yacht. Taiwan receives the 4th highest number of orders for mega yachts in the world, with annual sales surpassing $200 million. Behind this success story, however, lie over 40 years of sweat and toil. In the 1960s, during the Vietnam War, US soldiers used to come to Taiwan on holiday. Some of them brought design charts to help Taiwan's boatmakers who, up until then, had focused on fishing boats, to make sailing boats for leisure use. As Taiwan's carpenters were master craftsmen and labor was cheap, it wasn't long before yachts built in Taiwan became known in the United States for being excellent value for money. In the 1980s, the European and US yacht markets were flourishing. Soon, everyone began ordering boats from Taiwan. For Peter Chung and his workers, the factory became home, and they worked overtime every day. (1980 to 1988 was the golden age for Taiwanese yachts. There were almost 100 manufacturers, and each year they produced over 1,700 boats, setting a world record. Taiwan became known as Land of the Yachts. Inspired by this growth, John Lu, founder of the Horizon Yacht Company, decided to venture into the market in 1987. When this picture was taken, before this completed yacht left the factory, little did John Lu know that he would be met with a 10-year industry slump.
亚宏成立的时候，事实上是游艇最景气的时候，它刚好是在那个高峰。不过很不幸，就是说呢，同一时期啊，有非常多的游艇厂成立。那么就从那一年开始呢，也就游艇厂开始往下走。那个原因当然很多了啊，最主要就是说，北美市场的萎缩。
In 1988, the new Taiwan dollar appreciated, impacting severely on Taiwan's yacht industry that had been relying on the US. The high number of manufacturers resulted in a price war. Wages and the cost of land rose, and in just 10 years, over 60 manufacturers had closed down. It is 3 a.m. The CEO of Ocean Alexander Yachts, Johnny Chiayi, is already in his office, contacting overseas clients. While most Taiwanese are still asleep, John is already well into his work.
Well, Richard, I think Richard told you and told me that there was. I thought the surgery was actually done.
Having weathered hard times, Taiwan's yacht builders began to look beyond the United States and expand into new markets like Japan, Australia, and Europe. They followed the market for luxury items and shifted production away from low and medium-priced small yachts.
Kaohsiung, Taiwan. 我们在台湾常常听到 M 社会，那这个是实际上在我们这个行业是非常非常明显的。越小的船、越便宜的船反而越卖不出去，越大的船、越豪华、越贵的反而越卖得出去。可是相当的，不是说今天你把你的价位提高就容易卖了，这东西也是你要提高的话，你也要做到那一种等级客人的需求跟要求。
Traditionally, mega yachts were built in the West, but this would soon change. From 40-meter mega yachts priced at below $100,000, Taiwan worked its way up to over 80-meter luxury boats costing $2.5 million. What was Taiwan's secret? Terry Yen of Dynacraft is designing his next boat. Most of the wealthy individuals who buy mega yachts have their own ideas about style and detail, and this is where Taiwan comes in.
台湾一般来讲呢，一些师傅啊都是从小呢，就开始学习做木工啦、做油漆啦、做其他的东西啦。所以他们都已经累积了很多的经验了。在这种经验一代一代传承下来之后呢，我们台湾的木工啦、一些内装啦，比欧美船厂来讲呢是不输给他们，甚至呢有些客人还称赞说我们比欧美船厂还做得比他们好。然后能够客制化呢，就是客人想什么，我们就是做什么样的东西给他，100%符合他们的要求。
Taiwan had become known for fine woodwork and customized service. It had won over the top clients who pay for the ultimate yachting experience. Yet good carpentry skills alone were not enough to compete internationally. Numerous other areas had to be mastered,